What is good, y'all? It's your girl Queen B coming to y'all with yet another reaction now. With that being said, y'all, Trump plans to rewrite the history of January 6th. Okay, so he is not playing, and something that needed to be done a very long time ago, because right is right and wrong is wrong. We have innocent people sitting right now in jail for the past 3 going on 4 years for being innocent, going out there and protesting peacefully. And as the cookie starts to crumble, y'all, because they wanted to play this footage and stuff of all this going on and stuff, and trying to point it at Trump like he was the one that caused this mess, when in reality we figured out that that was a lie. Okay, to the understanding, he said go out there and protest peacefully. He even, gave us advice and said, hey, y'all probably gonna need a lot more, security and stuff out there, just for them to say, whatever you say, boom, boom, boom. All of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to have to say, because a lot of people were, getting the truth out there and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Tucker Carlson was one of them. He was definitely one of them. Y'all see what happened to him. Now he got his own show. Shout out to him because he's doing huge things, y'all. It sometimes your situation, when it happens like that, is the best situation for you. So with that being said, y'all, I'm finna be quiet because we getting ready to tune into a video. I just gonna read a little bit on here, and then we gonna dive into the video, okay? 4 years ago, January 6th joined 9/11 and December 7th, 1941 as one of the darkest days in our history. The next day to watch will be January 20th, which is right around the corner. That day, amid pomp and fanfare, Donald Trump will swear to preserve, protect, and defeat the Constitution, and that may be the day that he commits the first abuse of power in his new presidency. Trump has pledged to pardon many of the insurrectionists who assaulted the Capitol in his name, as he should. It's going to start in the first hour, he told Time magazines. Maybe the first 9 minutes. So he ain't finna play no games, y'all. This will be extraordinary and unprecedented abuse of presidential authority, the culmination of a cover-up. The vaunted guardrails failed, mocking the very idea of accountability. Okay? It started with the senators who voted to acquit Trump in his second impeachment trial, BS, an act that would have prevented him from running for second term. Well, look now, guys, in office sent Mitch McConnell, we're going to leave that right there, who had fled for his life from the insurrectionist mob, refused to convict Trump. He was a criminal justice system in the country. We had civil litigation, and the former president are not immune from being held accountable by either one, he said. Then there was a Justice Department slow to get the January 6th prosecution going. And finally, there was the Supreme Court first installed on hearing Trump's claim that was immune from the prosecution in the very last hour of the last day of the term. It was easy case, and the justices have quickly allowed a trial to go forward. BS, y'all. Now I can keep going on and on and on and on, but of course I'm finna go over here and tune into my boy Benny. I just wanted to give y'all a little, because some people who, are on a journey, wanting to research and learn stuff, need to, how to go about doing it. And this is how you go about doing it, okay? Now, sometimes you may get it, sometimes you may not. It may take a little bit longer, but it's okay. This is the start. So, y'all, let me shut up. Let's go ahead and dive into the video. My boy Benny Johnson. Trump promised to prosecute feds who created January 6th. Reveals pipe bombshell. Let's get into it.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. There's an old Shakespearean line that goes like this: the lady doth protest too much. And what that means is that when some woman is making a psychotic, hysterical scene, that maybe she's not really that sincere about what she's talking about. Does this applies perfectly to this headline. ABC's The View co-host Sunny Hosen.
Oh, Lord.
You just don't move on from January 6th. It was like World War II or the Holocaust or slavery. Really? It was like slavery. Like,
ain't they all getting sued now and stuff like that? Is that show shut down yet? It should have been shut down years ago, y'all. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. They still going? Have they not learned? Those miserable bimbos.
January 6th was like slavery. Oh, okay. Got it. Right. It would be nice to see like what Sunny Hosen actually, like what she knows about January 6th. Like who died on January 6th? Can somebody ever like ask her a question like that? Can you name it like a single person who died on January 6th? Because the only names that she would factually be able to give would be supporters of President Trump who were peaceful protesters. Fact checked. The architect of the January 6th committee, Liz Cheney, a guy named Benny Thompson, no relation, falsely claims police were killed in Capitol riot. So does Merrick Garland. So the guy who ran the January 6th committee and Merrick Garland are both spouting lies about January 6th to continue to ratchet up political tensions. What does that tell you exactly? Claim President Trump failed to stop rioters who were savagely beating and killing law enforcement officers. False. While some rioters attacked police, they did not kill anyone. The only person killed was a fellow rioter or peaceful protester named Ashley Babbitt. The January 6th committee held its 8th public hearing on Thursday at blah, blah, blah. Benny Thompson, the chair of the committee, opened the proceedings by addressing the hearing remotely and saying that January 6ers killed officers. No, they didn't kill officers. Didn't kill anyone. They're police officers who committed suicide that happened to be there. They're police officers who died of a heart attack that weren't connected to that, but it's all a lie. What does it mean when you have to lie about something so sincerely and so aggressively? Well, she says it perfectly. This old, battered, beat-up, former disgraced senator from the state of Missouri, Claire McCaskill, says, I'm bitter Trump didn't pay a higher political price for January 6th. She, like, lets the cat out of the bag, doesn't she? It's not about January 6th. It was about trying to torture and keep Trump from office ever again. That's what the entire thing was. President Trump today, when asked about this, had a perfect response that rang like a bell. Will you pardon anybody who attacked an officer on January 6th? Trump, the only person who was killed was a young lady. Her name was Ashley Babbitt. President Trump rejects the legacy media's narrative garbage, and then he goes a step further. Ooh, baby, this gets spicy.
Come on.
Officers were injured by rioters on January 6th. Will you pardon anyone who attacked a police officer?
Well, you know, the only one that was killed was a beautiful young lady named Ashley Babbitt. She was killed, and there was actually somebody else that was killed, also a MAGA person, but people don't give it 100% credibility. I'm going to find out about it, and we're going to find out. But Ashley Babbitt was killed. She was shot. Should have never been shot.
Yep,
she was
sad.
shot for no reason whatsoever. In fact, they say that she was trying to hold back the crowd, and the crowd was made up of a lot of different people, so we'll see. But I will tell you this, the person that was killed was Ashley Babbitt. The other thing is, when they talk, you know, there was never charges of insurrection or anything like that. But if there were, this would be the only insurrection in history where people went in as insurrectionists with not one gun, okay? And let me tell you, the people that you're talking about have a lot of guns in their home for hunting and for shooting and for entertainment, a lot of good reasons. But there wasn't one gun that they found. And why didn't they find the bomber, the pipe bomber? You know, they know who the pipe bomber is. The FBI knows who it is. The status of the FBI has gone down so far.
Oh, man. Just rings like a freaking bell. Sucker flew. It almost has 1 million views, 26,000 likes. It's exactly how you fire back at the press. The press often play a little trick, right? That's called framing the argument. It's not really that big of a trick. They ask these questions, like knowing they are rigged. Oh, why are you so anti-police? That's the point of the question, right? And President Trump response is, of course, no, I'm pro-police. I'm the number one guy who wanted to lock up rioters when they were attacking police during the BLM riots, during the Antifa riots, during all Summer of Love riots. I was kept from doing that. And quite frankly, we've said it on our show this a million times before, and I'll say it again. If you hit a cop, you got to go to jail. There's no reason to hit police officers. You shouldn't do that. And if you're wearing black bloc or a MAGA hat, doesn't matter to me. But I know my movement, and my movement is a movement of people who support the police. President Trump made a lot of news today saying, we're looking at the people who came from the FBI. That came out recently. These are the undercover federal agents. We have to find out about Hezbollah. We have to find out about exactly what the whole thing.
Real quick, y'all, that's got to be something, right? He finna walk up in that White House and demand all this stuff, and a lot of stuff we probably ain't gonna get to know about. But they are going to find out who was really behind January 6th. It's going to be interesting because they tried so much to pinpoint and allegedly say Trump had a part to do with this, when in reality, they know the truth. Just like I just learned today, I didn't know that there was a MAGA protester out there that was, you know what I'm saying? I did hear them say about the other lady that was, unfortunately lost her life behind it. But I did not know that. You get what I'm saying? You see what they put out there and what they want to keep? Let's get back into it, y'all.
Was where people didn't get prosecuted for doing bad things, right? Probably talking about Ray Epps here. What about these people who, or the pipe bomber, right? What about these people who legitimately created terrorism on January 6th? Okay, like the guy, like Ray Epps is on camera saying we need to go into the Capitol. He's like the only guy. There's only one who, before January 6th, was screaming and agitating for people to go into the United States Capitol. There's one single guy. His name's Ray Epps, and he was handed a slap on the wrist. Why exactly?
I remember about him.
Like innocent grannies are getting decades in prison. Why? It really makes you wonder. Don't think too hard about it, because not really that hard of a problem to solve. January 6th pipe bomber. Why has nobody found him? Why? Very important case. Trump plans to investigate FBI's involvement in January 6th. He also plans to pardon thousands on his first day in office.
Gone in.
There wasn't one gun that was found. Why didn't they find the pipe bomber? The status of the FBI has gone down so far. Watching Donald Trump shut down the lapdog press over January 6th gives me chills. This is absolutely his best answer today. Trump says the FBI knows the identity of the individual who left pipe bombs outside of the DNC and the RNC, and they didn't find the bomber, the pipe bomber. They know who the pipe bomber is. The FBI knows who it is.
That's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we talked recently about the pipe bomber to Julie Kelly and asked a couple of tough questions that, of course, somebody with her reporting stature and rigor answered. And we're very much looking forward to Kash Patel, real truth and transparency on these issues. It's your boy Benny. Here you go. Very quickly here, Julie. Why now? Like, I guess we haven't gotten to that question. They're not actually trying to find this bomber. Like, what's going on now? Is this a cover-up operation? Are they going to find the bomber right before Kash Patel takes the chair? Like, with your expert opinion, what do you think is happening?
I think this is part of the cover-up, obviously, that they're pretending that they're still looking for this individual. Questions that have been raised in Congress, questions that are raised in the media, you and I talking about this for the past few years.
Yes.
And certainly you have to believe they are extremely nervous about FBI Director Kash Patel, as they should be. So yes, I think this was just a head fake before January 6th. I think it was also to tamp down coverage of the report that had been released earlier that day. But the bottom line is, Benny, this is just an FBI at every stage in the game that cannot be trusted to tell the truth.
Yeah, it's amazing to have the former chief of police, the chief of police on January 6th, to have him respond to us on X and say, this entire thing was a fed up. It was meant to divert my resources from the Capitol so that January 6th could happen. Dude, if you've lost that guy, like, you're this close to total collapse of the entire narrative. You're this close.
Well, y'all, go like, comment, subscribe to Benny. Then after y'all do that, do me. Do me. Do me. No, I'm playing. We're just gonna let the beat ride. Let that beat ride. Okay, y'all. So Trump ain't come to play, y'all. This is getting real. And we are days away from January 20th. So we finna chop it up towards the end, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all got everything y'all need to get out of this content. Until the next one, y'all be safe, remain safe. I'm out.